Okay, man, so here we are with another video. Let me see. I think this volume's up. Let me fix this shit real quick. Might be up a little too loud. So this video, this was the first video from the watcher who I couldn't get the link to work. So it says, humble who? Why are men so obsessed with trying to humble black women? And I want to start this out by saying that this is a worldwide problem, okay? Now, she probably isn't aware of this shit. This woman right here, she's probably, because let's just be real. I mean, most Americans, we just don't travel too far a lot of times. And if we do, we don't stay. So, like, she probably isn't aware. But, like, the black woman issue is a worldwide, that is a worldwide problem. All right. And I'm not saying every black woman's fucked up, but I mean, when you deal with women, their strength is not in talking. Once they open their fucking mouths, that's when usually everything just slowly goes down. When a lot of women start talking, and I'm willing to bet that's what's gonna happen here. But we'll see. I don't know. So, without further ado, let's play.
But I got one for you today. So my homegirl posted a meme yesterday that said, I'm 5'2", but my attitude's 6'1". And some nigga responds to it and says, I'll humble your little mean ass love in a good way though. In a good way. Humble. First of all, who the fuck are you to be humbling anybody? And second of all, I can't stand that shit because I deal with that, especially on social media often, with men trying to give me this humbling experience because they want to belittle me and they want me to be quiet, and you know, they talk to you so crazy. And it's because men don't like larger than life women. They like submissive women, and they like to beat women into submission. Not always physically, but mentally. Like, they want to beat you down so that the little things they do for you, you're appreciative of. And that's why they like low value pick me women, because when they do the bare minimum, it's met with like, oh my God, he did this for me. And you see it often. Men come on here and say things like, girls that ask for nothing, women that ask for nothing deserve everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so a girl that don't ask for nothing deserves everything, but a woman who knows her value and knows what she's worth and has a standard doesn't deserve it?
Well, okay, I'm going to let this play out, and then we're going to go back and pick it apart later, because it's only 7 minutes long.
Because she knows she deserves it, she doesn't deserve it? Aren't we supposed to know our value? See what I'm saying? Like, it's the whole, they can't meet the standards, and once they meet them, they know they have to keep upping them, because with a high value woman, it's going to continue to increase, and that's too much pressure. Low value women, very bare minimum. You get away with doing a little bit, and they'll always feed into you. So, for all my larger than life women, keep doing you, keep being 5'2" and 6'6" at the same time. And if you're waiting for a nigga, to come through and do that shit for you, it's never gonna happen. Do that shit for yourself and make these niggas meet you at your level, or don't meet them at all.
You're right. That's why you alone.
That's just that on that. And don't let these niggas try to humble you. Humble them, and quickly, fast, in a hurry. And please don't get me started on how men will be quick to say larger than life women are so problematic and they think they don't need no man, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not it. We don't think we don't need no man. We know that we don't need just any man, and you niggas be just any man, coming with any energy, ain't coming with shit, ain't meeting nobody's standards, and that's the problem. You trying to humble us down to be accepting of the little that you can give when we know that we deserve more. That's the problem. And ladies, men will argue you down about this. Same thing. It's the whole down, down, down. They want to make you think that you're crazy. They want you to make you think that you're bugging for wanting certain things, or when you speak on it, like you're problematic for speaking on it, when that's not the case. The problem is that you're aware, and it's a big deal for you to be aware. Like, a lot of women don't know their worth, so they'll settle. So you are a problem. You're problematic to a man that isn't ready to give you that, or isn't able to give you that, so they're going to bash you and make it seem like you're the one that's bashing them. And you think the more successful you get, the more you have, that it makes dating easier. It's not. Men say they want a woman who's got it all together, and they get that woman, and it's like, they're like, damn, well, what's my purpose here? Like, she can do this, she can do that, she can buy this, she can buy that. Like, there's nothing I can use to leverage her for her to want to stay. But she better still listen to me, though. Like, damn, if you can do all that, you better still listen to me. So they'll always, like, push even harder to, like, make sure you're listening, and don't do this and don't do that, and your hoe ass friends this and your hoe ass friends that. Like, you'll hear it often, but a lot of girls don't recognize it. They'll hear it, but they don't recognize what it is. And, you know, like, for girls that travel and do all this shit on their own, you see it under posts on Twitter and Instagram and shit. Like, girls will post, oh, they got a new car, and niggas be like, who's the co-signer, or it's leased, or whatever. You don't see that under many white women's posts and all that stuff. And 9 times out of 10 with a white woman, it probably is leased. White people love to lease their cars. Black people love to buy shit. And you'll see a girl post a house, and it's, you know, niggas will be like, oh, which nigga's house is this? And they think it's funny because they think women can't really do it without a man, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go on a trip, like, oh, how you could go there? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, even Drake says in his songs, like, see you in Turks, flights to these places don't come cheap. Remember, I took you there first. Like, it's a pride and ego thing that eats at them. Like, they are convinced ain't no way a woman could really have it together and be happy and shit without a nigga, like without a man.
That's true.
Behind it.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
They're trying to figure out, damn, why is she so happy?
You ain't happy.
She can't be that happy. She can't be that big. She can't have more going on than me. Like, like,
you ain't happy.
I gotta have the superior, you know what I'm saying, like, title. I gotta hold the higher place. Like, it's gotta be me. So they'll do anything to beat women down. Then when a broken woman is very easy to manipulate. So once they broke you, that's it. They rule you. They run everything. They run the show, and that's how they get their power, by breaking women. And it's sad to see men do all of that and say all of that and think women are doing stuff on their own. Like, majority of these dudes don't come from a single mother household. Like, you've seen your mother do everything, so why is it that you don't believe that
this is
black women can buy houses and buy cars and go on vacation and do all this stuff without it being about a nigga? And that's just like their way of saying, well, she couldn't have done it by herself. Ain't no way she'd do it more than me by herself. And then it's like, even the ones that come from a 2-parent household, even if the dad goes to work every day and does everything, it's a matriarch family. It's not a patriarch, it's a matriarch family. The mother runs the show. What mom says goes. Dad makes the money, brings the money home. Mom pays the bills. Mom cleans the house. Mom does everything. Mom cooks. Mom. Because it's a matriarch ran household, like majority of black households. So it's sad to see the way black women big up their mothers and think their mothers deserve everything and get everything because they've seen them do it all by themselves. But a young black woman doing it isn't capable of the same thing, isn't made up of the same thing, doesn't deserve the same thing. Come on, y'all. Because think about it, like, how is it an issue for me to say I want somebody that uplifts me instead of somebody that humbles me, that belittles me? Like, what's the problem with saying, hey, beautiful, instead of, hey, big head, and why I gotta be ugly? Like,
okay, you tone on yourself
like
right
that.
there.
It's microaggressions like that you don't even catch on. And it's like, damn,
right
like, this nigga's just trying to beat me down little by little till I think, like, damn, I'm not really worth much. So what he's doing for me, like, that's good enough. Like, damn, at least he cares. When in reality, there's somebody out there that's willing to come harder. There's a man out there that's willing to come harder. And it ain't gonna be no, hey, big head, hey, ugly, trying to ignore you, none of that shit. Like, they're gonna come. And even then, it's like, they'll have their little bouts with their ego and their pride. Like, damn, like... She's telling on herself bad now. She don't even realize it. She got a lot going for her, like...
Because she's a woman, she can't see it.
Where do I fit into this? You know what I'm saying? It's always a battle within themselves, but they take it out on you because they can't let you know that they're the weaker ones in the situation. They can never let you know that they're weak. Just a little free game, ladies.
She's telling... And the thing is, she just told on herself so bad, and she thinks that she's, like, super fucking smart. Okay, because we're going to go back through this. But real quick, I'm just going to say this.
So I haven't made a video.
This is textbook. Okay, this is... You remember, I don't know if it was the last video I made, but I was going on about how... that female dating strategy bullshit. I feel like this shit is up super fucking loud because the thing keeps going into the red. Hang on. It looks better now. Okay, so... About the female dating strategy shit. Like I said, there are some women who end up in female dating strategy who, you know, who had the lucky situation of not being physically fucked up looking, right? Like her. She's not physically fucked up looking. So she has the operate like if she didn't talk, if she shut the fuck up, a dude like me or better than me may come and and talk to her. But what's gonna happen as soon as she starts talking, it's gonna break down, and nobody of value is gonna want her. Nobody of any real value is gonna want her. I mean, really, nobody of any real value is gonna want her because she told on herself of exactly why. Let's put it in perspective, okay? Let's say, and just I mean, I hope I explain this well. Let's say you made your own brand name like Gucci. Let's just call it Bucci, right? But entertain me on this shit. Let's say you open a brand name that's like Gucci, but we gonna call it Bucci, and you take your Bucci store and put it in the middle of an area that only earns, let's say, $10,000 a year, right? And then, but you run around complaining, talking about something. Well, why they always keep coming up with $5 trying to buy my $1,500 handbag? Oh, I'm sorry, $1,500. Why? I don't. And then they come in here dressing like this and want to buy my $1,500 handbag. And you say, well, what you put your Gucci store in this income area? Why don't you go move to a higher income area where you would find more respectable people? Oh, well, I really ain't worth that though. I can't afford to rent those Gucci areas with Louis Vuitton. I can't go over there. So I got to keep my Gucci store, in this $10,000 area. So it's like, bitch, you like on one instance, women know that they are who they hang around, but on the other instance, they really don't understand that. Like I say in older videos, man, like women understand logic as long as they talking about somebody else. But when they talking about themselves, they can't see it. She told on herself, like the last 2 minutes was just her telling on herself. Okay, why is she even friends with these people? How do these people know her? That say, hey, big head, blah blah, talking like that to her, and like she's telling on herself because she see this is female dating strategy the rare occurrence for the girls who she physically isn't bad looking. She's not the worst looking girl. All right. As long as she just shut the fuck up. Don't wear a fucking hoodie. I don't care what kind of car she drives, to be honest. No, I don't. Because, okay, the only men who care what kind of car they woman drives is men who can't go out and get that car themselves. That's the only man who cares about that shit. All right. Women, listen to that. I'll say it again. The only man who cares about the car you drive and the house you have, the only men who care about that shit, who will see that and be like, I need to talk to her, or not just say, oh yeah, she has a nice house, she has a nice car. The guys who are trying who see that shit and dick get hard because you got a nice house, a nice car. The only men who do that, who get genuinely excited, are men who can't go out there and get that themselves. Which also leads this woman back to what she's explained already. All the men who typically talk to her are, men who she sees as beneath her. Why? Because she's a Gucci store in a $10,000 neighborhood. That's why. But we want to replay this shit.
Video in a minute, but I got one for you today. So my homegirl posted a meme yesterday that said, I'm 5'2", but my attitude's 6'1". And some nigga responds to it and says, I'll humble your little mean ass love in a good way though.
Well, yeah, see, okay, with shit like that, with the whole I'm 5'2" with the 6'2" attitude, see, women, like, y'all gotta understand everything. Look, women, everything you do is either in competition of us or to compete to try to get one of us. You got to accept that shit, all right? Everything, see, you with this car and this house, you doing this because men do this. Why don't you go out and do something that you do? Stop trying to, see, women in this, see, that is modern feminism, female dating strategy 401 at this point, 601 at this point. This is master's degree level. And she don't even see it. See, everything that you are doing is in competition with us because you can't go out there and make your own personalities. You can't go out there and make your own shit. And if you do, but even if you were to do it, it's just natural. It's just historically correct. Anything you will go out there and do will be focused on the most temporary of things and will crumble in 15 minutes. And then you're going to need a man later on. All right. Now, on the other hand, let's say you do go out there and you successfully, get the good job, get the good house, get the good car. You're going to age, right? And just like I say in all my other videos, the older a woman gets, the smaller her capable suitors become. The more success that woman gets, the more relative success that woman gets, the smaller her group of desired suitors become. Because what's going to happen? Let's think about this. What's her name? Let's think about this. What's her YouTube name? Emily Vroom. Let's think about this, Emily Vroom. So, we can both agree that women always want to go up in life. The world knows that in some sense. Like I say, some may not be completely clear perceivably going up. Like I said, some women, they may need that missing factor, like she can't protect herself. So she wants a man to physically be there and protect her at home at 2 a.m. when there's a creak in the other room. Other women, it's financial. Other women, it's, whatever idiotic channel she's following on Instagram, and she's convinced herself to compete with that. Women always have to go up, right? So in the world of finances, unless a woman's just shooting porn, and got in with the right groups or sucking the right dicks, that's true. Most women will not earn enough money to get their own house or get their own car. You're just not, especially at younger ages, like what I guess you are, where you're still, naturally, you just wake up and naturally fuckable. You see what I'm saying? When you're still in these age groups, between the ages of 18 to 25, 26, you can't have, it's very rare to go out there and earn. I mean, it happens on both sides, men and women. It happens. They end up in the right circles and they're bringing in millions a year. It can happen. It totally can, but it's very rare. It's your safest bet is to keep the logic of, if this bitch is riding around in a Mercedes and has her own car, she's sucking the right dick to get it. And nowadays, just do OnlyFans or some shit like that. Because a woman's primary method of attack in the world for success is going to be selling sex. And a man's primary attack is going to be beating up, stealing, and robbing from motherfuckers. Using strength. That's just the reality. So, back to doing the math. So, let's say a woman don't got shit, right? And I think either Chris Rock or somebody went on about this. Or Eddie Murphy. Somebody went on about this. Let's say a woman, like, as a woman, you don't have shit. Come from places don't have shit. So that first man you come across that has an iPhone, oh, he's the shit. He's not the shit, but he's better than me. I can hang around him, right? So you fuck with him for a while, then you find out, oh, he has a friend who has a car. Still lives at home with his parents. So that next man, he's the next step up because he has his own car and his own iPhone. Then you get to hang around with him. Then you see, oh, this other guy, he has his own apartment and a car and an iPhone and a TV in his place and a couch and a bed. Oh, girl, my pussy ain't worth that. Just an iPhone number. I got to keep going up. You see, which is that's nature. I'm not saying you're evil for it. This is your natural pattern as a woman. This is what you do. But see, the sad part is this. Okay, some women naturally do get it. And I've had in-depth conversations with women who get it, but most don't. The only thing you are actually selling to any man that you want is sex, is youth and beauty. That's it. The men that you want don't care about what kind of car you got, house, nails, handbag, what kind of makeup. The man that you want never cared about that shit. So over the years of moving up, your age is slowly moving up too. And you're getting older. You see, and the sad part is when you keep getting, okay, you're going to keep growing in respect to where you came from. Now you got to remember, see, there's a whole world of bitches out there who started out where you ended off at. That you can't compete with them. There's a whole world of bitches out there who started where you worked to get to. You see, and then the worst part, the even sad part about woman's cycle is this. Once you just age, you can never go backwards in years. You can't do it. You can see, and the difference between a woman and a man is the older we get, we can just decide, you know what, I'm gonna bust my ass, and you know, blah blah blah. And even though we age, we can transfer our worth into other areas. Where woman, like for the men that you wanted, you can't transfer that wealth into other areas because men, okay, you can't transfer that wealth into other areas to be desirable to the men that you want. It just don't work like that. Anyway, let's continue.
In a good way, humble. First of all, who the fuck are you to be humbling anybody? And second of all, I can't stand that shit because I deal with that, especially on social media often, with men trying to give me this humbling.
And what else did I say? Never mess with a woman who's active on social media. Never mess with that shit. She tells on herself that's another rule of fact that I made. Don't mess with women who are active on social media. Because see, now I understand why. And I'm not saying I'd ever do this shit, but I get given the time span, I understand why motherfuckers was doing this. When kings would get these young girls, they would just lock their ass up in the castle and don't let them get out. Because you have to be real careful about the information you give the average woman. Because it's known fact, like a woman's primary programming is set to self-destruct. That's her default programming is self-destruction. And she'll fight having to admit that a man was right. She'll fight it all the way. She'll fight it to the grave that the man was right. Which if I had to guess, that's where she is now. Probably just, like, if I had to guess, probably angry at men, because from the sounds of it, she didn't grow up with a father, so now she's mad because her father wasn't there, and now she's in competition to try to be the man her dad was never around her. And it's like, if I had to guess, I don't know her personally, but on average, that's what it is. Her dad left her mom because her mom, okay, let's be clear, her mama ran her daddy off, and of course, her mom's not going to tell the proper story. Or can't see the proper story, because I mean that's what women do. So she's developed this revenge against men. So, well, my dad left me, so I'm gonna be a better man than men will be, and then that's how you end up like this.
Experience, because they want to belittle me and they want me to be quiet, and they talk to you so crazy. And it's because men don't like larger than life women. They like submissive women, and they like to beat women into submission. Not always physically, but physically.
No, okay, because you are a low value woman. All right, and I'm saying this direct. Just I can just tell how you talking right now. You are a low value. See, this is another instance where it's dark as fuck outside, but it looks all pleasant in the camera, but it's dark, it's cloudy as fuck outside. By the way, low value woman, this is where I live in Prague. That's all of downtown Prague down there from my flat, from the window of my flat, just in case you think I'm bullshitting. But it's cloudy as fuck, but it looks all glorious in the fucking camera, like the lights just beaming in. It's dark as fuck outside. But yeah, you are a low value woman. And like the rant I went on earlier in this video, you think you're high value because you're comparing yourself to a man. And see, this is why women need to quit listening to other women. It's just like, oh, well, he wants to belittle me and make me quiet, blah, blah. Yeah, he's trying to make you a high value woman, not a high value. You think you're a high value woman, but you're really a high value man. This is everything you fucking stated so far about you and your little girlfriends, all this shit. This is high value men shit. Think about it. It's enough to make it go crazy. Think everything that you rattle off about men not liking, that is all shit that men do. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? Almost lost it there. Whew. I mean, but seriously, think about it. Was it Emily? Was that her name? I don't know. Think about everything that you are rattling off and saying. This is all shit that a high value man does, because you have become a man in a woman's body. And then men on the internet even call you out on it. You like, calm the fuck down, shut the fuck up. You tripping. No, I'm not. Because I'm going to be the man my daddy never was. No, I'm not tripping. Whatever. I do what I want. Some Cartman shit. Whatever, I do what I want. Well, keep doing what you want. And you still complain about men on the internet, on YouTube, and you and your girlfriends can't keep no man. So keep doing what you want to do. And keep listening to them other dingbat bitches that's telling you that's fueling your head with even more dumbass shit. Because don't no man care about, okay, like I said, the only man who care about what kind of car you drive, what kind of house you get, are the men that you don't want. Okay, also known as the men who can't go out there and get what you got or better themselves. Those are the only men who care about that. All right. And as far as women, the only women who care about that is women who see that and think, how can I get that or better? But you see, that's the other part where you got these modern day feminist bitches got this shit completely fucked up, man. See, they because women, because they brains operate like children, man. It's like dealing with children. It's dealing with a child. Okay, like you got a child, and let's say you in the other room hitting shit with this big ass hammer that weighs as much as the child. So what's a child want to go in there and do? He gonna want to go in there and pick up that same big ass hammer and do it, and the hammer weighs more than him. That's what these bitches do. And the kid ain't even stop to think, oh, if even if I get this hammer, even if I get enough leverage to get this hammer off this table, it's gonna slam on my motherfucking foot and break my foot. See, children don't think that far. They don't think that deep. Just like these dumbass feminist infused female dating strategy bitches. They don't think 10 minutes in front of their own goddamn face and then walk around mad. Daddy won't let me use the hammer. Just like children. Daddy won't let me use the hammer. That hammer will fucking kill you or ruin your life, just like feminism will. The fuck out of here, man. It's like with average women. See, this is why I don't even like talking to women, unless I get lucky and find one who's saying something that's makes some sense. I don't even because I see sexy bitches all the time in Prague, but I think, man, do I really want to talk to this shit? No, because it's gonna be some stupid ass silly shit, and it's just not even gonna. I'd rather just pay a hooker. If I didn't have my girl, I'd rather just pay a hooker. I would rather just buy a prostitute so she shut the fuck up, fuck her, and throw her the fuck out when I'm done with her body. Because that, with most average women, as soon as they gotta start talking, that's when it's clear why they're in the position they're in.
But mentally, they want to beat you down so that the little things they do for you, you're appreciative of. And that's why they like low value, pick me women, because when they do the bare minimum, it's met with oh my God, he did this for me. And you see it often. Men come on here and say things like, girls that ask for nothing, women that ask for nothing deserve everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so girls that ask for nothing deserve.
That is the exact truth. I bought my girl AirPods, an iPad, because that woman took care of me when took great care of me when I couldn't take care of myself. She earned that shit. See, girls like this, they don't earn. Girls like this think, oh well. See, this is that backwards feminism / fucking female dating strategy, listening to other dumbass bitches morphed with their own feminine biological nature. It all gets twisted. See, bitches like this think that, oh well, I went out and bought my own car, so you need to go out and buy me another car. Well, why I need to buy you another car? Why do we got to do this? Oh, because I got my own, so you need to equal my shit and get me something better. It don't work like that. And see, that's why you can't keep no man, or bitches like you can't keep no man. And when you go on social media, they all making fun of you and call all the men making fun of you. Either they making fun of you, calling you out, or they got horny and now they're trying to tell you what you want to hear because in hopes you come over there and gag on their dick for 20 minutes. That's the fucking reality. Accept it. All right. Like I said before, the only men who care about the kind of car you drive or the house you bought are men who can't go out there and get it themselves. That genuinely get excited by that shit. See, you got to stop looking at this I can't. I can't even. I just can't even. The white Cali girls. I can't even. Oh, matter of fact, I ran into a group of white Cali girls in Prague yesterday. That shit was hilarious. I mean, they were full on. I didn't even know. My dad just started crying. That shit was fucking funny, man. I walked right past him down there in Wenceslas Square. Anyway.
Deserves everything. But a woman who knows her value and knows what she's worth and has a standard doesn't deserve it?
Yet again, once women start saying know your value, know your worth, she doesn't know her value. She doesn't know her value or know her worth as an actual woman. She knows her. Okay, see, this is another part where they get confused. She knows her value and worth as a man, but she doesn't know her actual value and worth as a woman. Because if she did, she would go out there and find a proper man. But she doesn't. Because if she knows all the fucking answers, if she knows all the values and rules and laws of being a woman and being a proper man, then how come these bitches can't keep no man? Because they're failing as women. They're succeeding as a man, but they're failing as a woman. And men don't want to sit down and be with no other man, not to sit down and marry and fuck and all that. Men, I mean, we won't play video games and chill on YouTube together and talk shit. But I mean, women like this, see, like I said this a long time ago. I genuinely hope that women around the world, I genuinely hope that every woman legally has to be paid by the government $1 million a month. I genuinely wish, I would empty my bank account backing that fight up and cut off my left nut to back that fight. I'd be, and damn near, I'd probably cut off a limb just so I could watch the look on bitches' faces after about 6 months of that shit. And they start to realize, oh, well, I don't really want this. Because they don't want it. They think they want it because they think they pissing off the men who fucked them over earlier in life. That's why they think they want to go out and buy a house back. Bitches don't care. Let me tell you, when a woman is winning as a woman, she don't care about the right to vote. She don't care about starving children. She don't care about her cousin dying of syphilis. She don't care. When a woman is winning as a woman, she don't care about nothing. How many times have you heard of models out there fighting for equal rights and equal pay and feeding starving kids in Cambodia? When have you ever heard that? You don't. Because when a woman is winning as woman, she don't give a fuck. Right? When she's winning as woman, the world can burn down. I don't care. When a woman is winning as woman, she won't give a fuck about her own country, her own language. She will give all that. A woman will fuck her way out of anything if she could, which means she's winning as a woman. A woman will literally fuck her way out of anything. They don't look throughout history. Every now and then you find some, like they're very few and very far few in between, but there are some. But for the most part, whenever countries or kingdoms got taken over, them bitches, they like, whack, they open their pussies up real quick. Just don't kill us. and see, that's why you got all those mixed fucking babies in all these countries that got ran over. That's why. Even nowadays, it's common knowledge. You go to a country that's relatively poorer than the one you come from, and you got your choice of pussy. Because that's how bitches move. That's how they act. They don't care. See, the only guys who get pissed off by anything I say are the guys who are still blindly fighting for women just because they are a woman without acknowledging any of their actions. The only guys who would get mad at anything I say are going to be the guys who are blindly fighting for women just because they are a woman. It's pretty much a sexist reason. Let's be honest. It's a sexist reason why they would even get mad in the first place. Because everything I'm saying, is historical fact. I'm not making any of this shit up. Anyway, let's continue.
Because she knows she deserves it, she doesn't deserve it? Aren't we supposed to know our value? See what I'm saying? Like, it's the whole, they can't meet the standards. And once they meet them, they know they have to keep upping them. Because with a high value woman, it's going to continue to increase.
Yeah. Okay, let me rewind that.
They know they have to keep, it's the whole, they can't meet the standards. And once they meet them, they know they have to keep upping them. Because with a high value woman, it's going to continue to increase.
Okay, wrong. No. That's okay. See, like I said, it's like see, this is why I don't talk to women. This is why I will like if I didn't have my girl, I told my girl, like, I am happy to be alone. Give me a beer and a fucking PlayStation and I will rather jack off and buy hookers than to sit down, especially with a woman like this. It's like not even for the fact it's just she's a child and she don't even see it. This is child, like, okay. They go in on another reason why this is child and she can't see it. Somebody's like, well, she's a high value woman, so she's always going to want more. See, no. Well, yeah, a woman is always going to want more. But see, the women who end up in this fucked up mentality like this, the reality was she's lost her value as a woman. Now, she doesn't even realize it. She can't see it, All right. She thinks just as long as she has her hair a little grease slicked back and she get her nails done from time to time that she's succeeding as a woman. No, she's horribly failing at woman. So by the time you end up like this, you start to measure your entire, like as many men do. You start to measure your entire value, your entire worth and value in the world based off of the numbers in your account and the material objects around you. You see, so by the time you end up like this, yeah, these mentally fucked up women are always going to, they will work you to the bone because they think that they're bettering they think that they're bettering themselves internally by obtaining these material objects. You see, and that's another thing I try to teach men. The value is not in the money. The value is in your willpower. The value is not in the money. The value is not in this. All this material shit I got can burn up tonight, man. This MacBook Air, this M1 MacBook Air I'm recording this on, this shit can burn up tonight. And what am I going to be left with? My fucking willpower in the world. That's where my value is. But see, women having any true character like that, women just don't understand this shit. See, this is why women don't like superheroes. This is why women don't like most women ain't gonna like Transformers or Batman. See, cause see, them motherfuckers are operating off of actual character. See, bitches don't understand character. Like they try to, cause when they try to get mad, they try, but they can't because it's not in their nature to. You see, so since they don't have that ability, they think, oh well, if I'm seen driving this Rolls Royce, and my value's gonna go up in the neighborhood, my status is gonna go up, so that if I could just be seen. See, it's all backwards to them, and this is why these women are never gonna be happy. They're never gonna be happy because the values are all in the wrong, and a lot of men, they'll do it too. The values will be all in the wrong place. If I'm seen with this woman, that makes me more. I mean, it will make you more valuable amongst women, but it doesn't make you more valuable on the inside for real. Like, who are you and what are you really about kind of shit. Guys do it too, but women, especially women like this, they fall for it far more often than guys. Because like modern feminism, it trained women to compete with men and to rank themselves among men. So now they think, oh well, if I buy the same car John got, well now I'm equal to John, and now I got to keep going up. And what does every woman's mind goes towards greed to get more attention. And but like I said, the sad part is what makes them high value women is completely gone at this point. So as like with girls like this, the only thing she has working for her as a high value woman is the fact that she is still just from what I can see, relatively youthful, and she throws on 5 pounds of makeup. She's a pretty girl. All right, that's the only thing. The insides of her are fucking done. Throw that shit on a Barbie with a fork. her actual character is finished. It's finished.
And that's too much pressure. Low value women, very bare minimum. You get away with doing a little bit, and they'll always feed into you. So for all my larger than life women, keep doing you, keep being 5'2" and 6'6" at the same time. And if you're waiting for a nigga,
and yeah, keep being you, keep being 5'2" with a 6'6" attitude, and keep crying yourself to sleep over that $100 bottle of wine that you bought yourself because you so strong and you don't need no man. And keep crying yourself to sleep until your ovaries been done dry. You can't have any kids, and now you feel cheated in life because you listen to all them old mad bitches like this who taught you all this wrong shit, who taught you how to be a man but never taught you how to be a woman. That's what she just said.
To come through and do that shit for you. It's never gonna happen. Do that shit for yourself.
Yeah, not for women like you. It's never gonna happen.
Level, or don't meet them at all. There's no.
Yeah, it's never. See, okay, it's never gonna happen for women like this. And I'm gonna tell you another reason why. Just like that last video I made, and matter of fact, it just happened to be another black girl who was talking like this. But I think she could actually keep a man though, for some reason. I mean, like I said, there are anomalies. It happens from time to time, but most time they end up, female dating strategy. You see, men who genuinely want to give something to you are not gonna talk to you because as soon as women like you start talking, that is the deterrent. Okay, y'all remember them old memes of it'd be like a dude holding like ninja swords and they wrote under it, You will never take my virginity. That is essentially what women like this are doing, to in the world of being happy as a woman and getting a man. Like I will never get a man. They like just write that shit under her fucking under her high school pictures and shit. Cause see, bitches like this. I knew a girl in Kiev, and I looked through her profile up on Facebook, and even as a young girl, you could see in her eyes that she had this vendetta for the world, and she was going to compete with men. Like it's in their eyes, man. You can see it. This shit is sick.
No fucking reason to, and that's just that on that. And don't let these niggas try to humble you. Humble them, and quickly.
Yeah, that's how you stay alone.
Fast, in a hurry.
That's how you. Now she's getting emotional.
And please don't get me started on how men will be quick to say larger than life women are so problematic, and they think they don't need no man, blah blah blah. No, that's not it. We don't think we don't need no man. Yes, we know that we don't need just any man, and you niggas be just any man. Come away.
Okay, so if you don't need just any man, and you won't, okay, Emily, if you don't need, let me switch this shit. So you get a close-up. I'm ready for my close-up. If you don't need just any man, and you know exactly what all the guys do on social media, you know exactly everything that's going on. You so successful. I hope that's your car. I hope you got your own house. I hope you success. I really do. And I'm making this video so hopefully it's give you some insight on what you're really doing. If you know all the answers, and you don't want just any man, or and maybe not you, maybe some dingbat bitch who's watching you. If you know all the answers and you know how to do it and how not to do it, then how come you can't get no man? Okay, let me correct that, because you can get him if you just shut the fuck up and stand up in the club with some high heels. Some man's gonna come over and talk to you. See, that's the benefit of being a woman. It's impossible for a woman to be an incel. That's just a biological requirement of being woman, is that you get offered sex. So if you shut the fuck up and stand up in the club, a man will come talk to you. But if you know all the fucking answers, and you so ahead of the game, and women don't want just any man, well then how come you go get a man who's not any man? Okay, how come I don't want to talk to you? I'm chilling in Prague, bitch. I got my own shit. How come I don't want to talk to you? And I still got my BMW and shit back in the U.S. How come I don't want to talk to you? Or how come men better than me don't want to talk to you? Because I'm not. Hey, let's be real about it. I am not the best man. I admit there are plenty of men better than me. All right. How come what you call a high value man? How come they don't stay? Okay. How come they don't either stay around you or the women who follow you? Why is that female? Okay, why on female dating strategy? All these bitches know they know exactly. I want this any man. I don't want no value man. We just don't want you. Blah blah blah. Well, if you know all the fucking answers and you so successful as a woman, then how come these high value men don't hang around you for too long and you stuck back on here talking shit about men? Think about it. Stop. Think about it. Y'all remember that from was it Martin? Stop. Think about it. Do the math. Do the logic. Yeah, women logic. It's like mixing water and oil. Women and logic is like, for most women, it's like mixing water and oil. That shit don't work. It's just not gonna work.
Any energy ain't coming with shit. Ain't meeting nobody's standards, and that's the problem. You trying to humble us down to be accepting of the little that you can give when we know that we deserve more. That's the problem.
Why do you deserve more? Because you went out and got a car. Because you went out and bought a car, you deserve more. What the fuck do you... See, another thing, when you listen to bitches like this, you think you deserve more because you got your eyelashes done and you bought a car. You deserve... What the fuck do you have to offer anybody as a woman other than vagina? And, maybe look a little good. Because, like I said, that's just a biological default. Don't get your fucking head hype, bitch. You just young and happen to look good. You didn't choose it. Biology chose that shit before you were born. All right? And that's going to leave you, too. So don't get your head hype because you're a little cute little girl. All right? But after that, what the fuck? Like I said, if you had so much to offer as a woman, then why are all these high-value men just flocking towards you? Oh, Was it Kelly? Well, let me just go get Kelly. Where's Kelly? I want my high value woman. My high value woman. The bitch who bought a car and got her eyelashes done. That she's high value now. That's what I need. Oh my God, that's who I want to raise my children and to be loving and caring for my children. And I know it's gonna be a good, loyal woman in my life. Because the bitch bought a car and did her eyelashes. Oh my God. Oh my God. It all makes sense now. If a bitch bought a car and got eyelashes done, is a little light skin, she's high value. Oh my God. Now it hit. Now I got it. I got it. Whew. Thank you, Kelly.
And ladies, men will argue you down about this. Same thing. It's the whole down, down, down. They want to make you think that you're crazy. They want you to make you think that
you
you're
are crazy
for wanting certain things.
You are crazy.
When you speak on it, like, you're problematic for speaking on it, when that's not the case. The problem is that you're aware, and it's a big deal for you to be aware. Like, a lot of women don't know their worth, so they'll settle. So you are a problem. You're problematic to a man that isn't ready to give you that or isn't able to give you that. So they're going to bash you and make it seem like you're the one that's bashing them. And you think the more successful you get, the more you have, that it makes dating easier. It's not. Men say they want a woman who's got it all together, and they get that woman, and it's like, they're like, damn.
Huh. I don't see no ring on that finger. Look at that left hand, y'all. Wait, remember that video I made a long time ago? That finger's looking real bare over there for a bitch who knows everything. You know everything. Why is that finger? Hold on. Can I zoom in on her finger? Yes, I can. Can y'all see that? I'll make that the screenshot. That y'all click on. Look at that finger. And that bitch know everything, but look at that finger. She know everything. And she giving all them other bitches advices. All this advice, and look at that damn finger. That shit like, if I knew how to do this fucking Photoshop, I would make a fucking cactus. You know what's that shit like? What's that in them old westerns when that bush rolls across her finger? That finger's looking real bare over there, bitch. But you know everything. You know everything. Yeah. When you talk to these men's, but they be on this, and you aware. You aware how to be a man, sweetheart. You ain't aware on how to be a woman. You know what it is to be a man. You became a man, so go off and be a man. Go impress some younger woman with that shit. Because a man ain't impressed. A man that you want is not impressed. But look at that finger, and she talking all this shit. And ain't got no damn ring on her finger. So she can't keep a man. Because if she could keep a man, well, she'd have a ring on that. Okay, look, y'all. Check this out. Oh, shit. She'd have a ring on that finger instead of a ring on that fucking nose. That shit. Okay, let me tell you something, too. All right. Kelly. Nose rings are not attractive to any man that you gonna want. All right, and that you think you deserve. That shit is fucking gross. Just pluck that shit out and throw it in the trash. All right, it's like I said, I'm not saying this shit to make fun of you. I'm saying this to give you some insight before that clock run out. And you end up that next 43-year-old bitch working at Walmart, remembering the days when you had that car. Talking about, nuh-uh, you need a man that's gonna do this for you. Telling the next younger up and coming women, fucking them up even more. All right, I'm trying to tell you this. So hopefully you can turn this path around. This path, PAF. Hopefully you can turn this path around and get that motherfucking nose ring. That what the fuck? See, now it all made sense before, but it's making sense now. See, the type of men, like I said, okay, see, the type of men who's gonna feel comfortable approaching you and you showing up with a fucking nose ring on, it's the same sense that the Bucci store was. See, you mad? See, okay, now let's go back to the Bucci store analogy. The Bucci store. is the equivalent to Gucci. But now at the same time, the Gucci store is selling like shit with polyester in it, fucking genuine leather. And for those of you who don't know what genuine leather is like actually one of the worst leathers in reality. Like you really don't want genuine leather. That's like the cheapest shit you can get. Like the shit from Foot Locker and shit like that. They sell the cheapest, pretty much the cheapest shoes. There's really not much difference between them and shoes from Walmart, for real. Well, I think Walmart sells a lot of bonded leather, which is even worse. But you don't want genuine leather is actually one of the worst leathers you can get. So back to Gucci. What this woman is, she's a Gucci store that she got from her. Okay, she got the store from her parents. So she didn't earn and the got from her parents meaning like her biological looks. She did nothing for that. That was handed to her. So that's essentially worthless. I always view it as worthless, as you know, as her trying to project value and worth. That's worthless to me. And she owns, but she does own the store. Like she owns her beauty because she has to. She doesn't have any choice in it. But she's selling genuine leather and bonded leather shit for $1,500. And then also wondering why people in that. Okay, she's wondering why people in that area can't afford it. But also people who can afford it don't want her because she's selling bullshit. So she's stuck in this fucking vortex of just nonsense. She's stuck in this vortex of trauma from probably not having a dad. So now she figures she has to compete with other men. Anger, sadness. She's just stuck in this just vortex that is pretty much impossible. It's even more impossible to get out of because she's a little cute. So she'll still get attention and validation because somebody's going to want to fuck her. Anyway, let's continue.
And well, what's my purpose here? Like, she can do this, she can do that, she can buy this, she can buy that. Like, there's nothing I can use to leverage her for her to want to stay. But she better still listen to me, though. Like, damn, if you can do all that, you better still listen to me. So they'll always, like, push even harder to, like, make sure you're listening. And don't do this, and don't do that, and your hoe-ass friend's this, and your hoe-ass friend's that. Like, you'll hear it often, but a lot of girls don't recognize it. They'll hear it, but they don't recognize what it is. And, you know, like, for girls that travel and do all this shit on their own, you see it under posts on Twitter and Instagram and shit. Like, girls will post, oh, they got a new car, and niggas be like, who's the co-signer, or it's leased, or whatever. You don't see that under many white women's posts and all that stuff. And 9 times out of 10 with a white woman, it probably is leased. White people love to lease their cars. Black people love to buy shit. And you'll see a girl post a house, and it's, you know, niggas will be like, oh, which nigga's house is this? And they think it's funny because they think women can't really do it without a man, or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not that, okay, many women can't do it without a man because many women are just awful with numbers and never keeping any money. But for the women who can do it, it's not that women can't do it, it's that women really don't want to have to do it. A woman could go out there and cut the grass, but she don't want to have to do it. She'd rather suck a dick and then have a dude out there for the next 45 minutes cutting grass.
You go on a trip, like, oh, how you could go there? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, even Drake says in his songs, like, see you in Turks, flights to these places don't come cheap. Remember, I took you there first. Like, it's a pride and ego thing that eats at them. Like, they are convinced ain't no way a woman could really have it together and be happy and shit without a nigga, like without a man being behind it. So
that's true.
They're trying to figure out, damn, why is she so happy?
Because you ain't happy.
Change that.
And you explain, like, a woman can't, because you're not happy. Find me one bitch who is affording trips around the planet on her own and is doing some legit solo shit and is actually happy. Find one. who is legitimately happy. It don't see because you think you're a man. You're competing with men. You're trying to be a man. Men do that. See. I used to say this to myself while I was walking down the street all the time here in Prague. See, men travel to fuck different looking bitches and maybe try some different food, you know, and see some shit, but mostly to fuck different bitches. That's really the core reason why, or maybe some guy's thing is you know, look at mountains or some shit like that, which could be cool too. But you know, men, the first question that's gonna come up is, what were the women like? So like, so to be fair, most men travel, you know, to fuck different pussy. All right. Where women travel, if a woman travels, it's usually because she's running from something, usually because she failed as a woman where she came from. Because that's what I would come across with the group I came here the first time with. That was a typical story. Most of the women came here because they fucked up back home and they wanted to start over. And then after that, or some women, they travel just to go eat chocolate. Some silly shit like that. Like women, by the time you see a traveling woman, and it's not like for her job type of shit. By the time you're seeing, and even then, I'd say a lot of cases even then, because I knew a personal situation of that. By the time women start traveling, they are fucked up. They're fucked up. Women were never made for that life. They were never made for that traveling lifestyle. They're not made for that. They're not built for that. Men are, women aren't. But Instagram, I need them Instagram likes. And then women are just so confused. They following anything they see on social media, so they'll do anything if they think it'll get them some more likes or get some more attention. But no, women are not built for travel on their own. Now, if it's like underneath me, then yeah, she'll go. But women are not built for that shit on their own. They're not built for that. They are not built for it. Period.
She can't be that happy. She can't be that big. She can't got more going on than me. Like I gotta have the superior, you know what I'm saying, like title. I gotta hold the higher place. Like it's gotta be me. So they'll do anything to beat women down. Then when a broken woman is very easy to manipulate. So once they broke you, that's it. They rule you. They run everything. They run the show, and that's how they get their power, by breaking women. And it's sad to see men
start crying,
all that, and think women aren't.
Yeah, it's like if you so happy, bitch, why you sitting up crying? You all emotional. It's sad to see because you ain't happy. All this shit about they hate to see you happy, bitch. You ain't happy. You're not happy, and all the women who follow you are not. That's why they following you, because they're not happy. Because you're trying to fight what your nature is telling you to do. Because you mad at your daddy because your mama ran your daddy off or some shit like that. That's where a lot of this shit's coming from. You mad because your mama ran your daddy off, but you took it personal and you thought your daddy ran away from you. So now you're going to try to be a better man than your dad is in life.
Capable of doing stuff on their own. Like majority of these dudes don't come from a single mother household. Like you've seen your mother do everything. So why is it that you don't believe that young black women could buy houses and buy cars and go on vacation and do all this stuff without it being about a nigga? And that's just like their way of saying, well, she couldn't have done it by herself. Ain't no way she'd do it more than me by herself. And then it's like, even the ones that come from a two-parent household, even if the dad goes to work every day and does everything, it's a matriarch family. It's not a patriarch, it's a matriarch family. The mother runs the show. What mom says goes. Dad makes the money, brings the money home. Mom pays the bills. Mom cleans the house. Mom does everything. Mom cooks. Mom. Because it's a matriarch-ran household, like majority of black households. So it's sad to see the way black women big up their mothers and think their mothers deserve everything and get everything because they've seen them do it all by themselves. But a young black woman doing it isn't capable of the same thing, isn't made up of the same thing, doesn't deserve the same thing. Come on, y'all. Because think about it, like how is it an issue for me to say I want somebody that uplifts me instead of somebody that humbles me, that belittles me? Like what's the problem with saying hey beautiful instead of hey big head, and why I gotta be ugly? Like it's little things like that.
Okay, the reason why that is because like any man who knows women knows, if a man came up to you and said, hey, beautiful. Okay, first off, a man can't do it. He won't do anything right. All right. So men don't even pay any attention. But the reason why they're not coming to you saying beautiful, because let's face it, you know you beautiful, girl. Let's face it. I know I'm beautiful. And all it's going to do is make you even more of a bitch because you're going to know you're beautiful now. That's why. Especially with the types of guys that you stuck around from what it sounds like.
It's microaggressions like that you don't even catch on, that it's like, damn, like this nigga's just trying to beat me down little by little till I think like, damn, I'm not really worth much. So what he's doing for me, like that's good enough. Like, damn, at least he cares. When in reality, there's somebody out there that's willing to come harder. There's a man out there that's willing to come harder. And it ain't gonna be no, hey big head, hey ugly, trying to ignore you, none of that shit. Like they're gonna come. And even then, it's like they'll have their little bouts with their ego and their pride. Like, damn, like she got a lot going for her. Like, where do I fit into this? You know what I'm saying? It's always a battle within themselves, but they take it out on you because they can't let you know that they're the weaker ones in the situation. They can never let you know that they're weak. Just a little pregame.
Yeah, you know everything. Yeah, just a little pregame. just. Meanwhile, just go. I can't keep a man. Drink herself to fucking death. So here's my final thoughts, man. I went on way too long. Because I still got to take back this controller that this fucking store sold me that doesn't fucking work. Anyway, my final thoughts is, women, don't listen to other women. Okay, just don't. There is no, just don't listen to other women. And also stop measuring your quality as a woman with things that men measure their quality as a man as. Okay, because it's gonna turn you into a man. But that's what modern feminism has taught you to do. So now you're stuck with it, and now it's not gonna be too long before you come across that that mindset again, and somebody's gonna try to put it into your head. But like I said, okay, women, nobody cares what kind of car you drive, unless it's a man that who can't go out there and get it himself. Which, let's just be honest, a woman is not really going to be interested in that man long term. But see, now I kind of get where the younger generation is coming with this. So the younger girls, they're completely confused because modern feminism has just infected a lot of younger girls. So with little girls like this, what's her name, Kelly or some shit like that. With little girls like this,
what she's worth it.
See, she's gonna approach you with the same attitude, where like, as a man would. She'll get a nice car, then she'll find some guy, and the guy will talk to her, see her in the car, and she'll see that as success, that the man's seen her with that car, so she must be a high value woman. When that's what guys do. Guys get sports cars to pull bitches and to get that validation when they're still in that I say more so immature mentality. Guys do that. You see, women throughout history never did that until now. You think back to the 80s. Did bitches ever go out and and pull guys with what kind of cars they had and they had their own house? And be like, yeah, girl, I got a man. He see me in my car. No, that's that modern, idiotic, fucking retarded feminism that did that shit. And then girls like this, they mad because they can't realize that they've succeeded as man, but they're failing as a woman. So now a guy, he'll come in and fuck but okay, they failed as woman, but they're succeeding as man. But see, and the part that makes it even more difficult for women to truly get it is the fact that a guy is over time, a guy is eventually just going to get horny and just want to fuck her. So she'll still get that validation from getting fucked. Like, oh, I must be doing something right because they still want to fuck me. So that's going to cloud their reality even more because they're getting that validation, but it has nothing to do with the fucking car or house. Now, the guy will tell her that just to get some pussy and then bounce on her dumb ass, but she can't see it. See, now with guys, see, bitches ain't coming in flocks to us over time just because they got horny on average. Women ain't going to do that because women don't have the courage to do that in real life. Women don't have the courage to approach motherfuckers on average. All right, men do. Women, like I said, women don't have much character when it comes to, when shit gets real. They don't have much character. So they're not doing that shit. So guys, we learn it, much quicker that, okay, yeah, something's really wrong type of shit. Now, a lot of guys, they don't know how to fix it. Some guys, they'll just default to something else or whatever the fuck. But guys, we understand it much easier. Okay, yeah, we're doing something wrong. Something's wrong. But see, women, somebody's always going to come fuck a woman. Somebody's always going to come try to fuck a woman. So it's much harder for a woman to understand that, okay, I might be doing something wrong because she can always resort back to her pussy and getting validation for her pussy. You see? So this is why it takes women so much more longer to get closer to any type of foundational logic on average. This is why it takes women so much. And like I said, like what Coach Red Pill said a long time ago, the tragedy is it's just a woman's cycle. They're not going to get it until it's too late in most cases. By the time nobody wants their pussy, that's when they actually got to start thinking again. Wait a minute. Should I be nice? Should I try to be pleasant even though the other person wasn't pleasant to me first? Should I maybe buy something for $1 for somebody other than myself. Where are these thoughts coming from? I don't. The thoughts are coming from you, from nobody wanting your pussy anymore, so you actually have time to think. That's where those thoughts come from. But anyway, yeah, Kelly, I really hope that one, either you see this video or I actually kind of feel sorry for her now, because this is just a cry for help at this point, and she don't see it. I wouldn't mind talking to her. And like, or doing like, and I never say this shit, but I wouldn't mind doing like a legit live stream talking to her, like in a debate. And I wouldn't even like, make fun of her on purpose, because I don't think I'm funny, but people think I'm funny. I wouldn't try to make fun of her on purpose, but like, I really feel sorry for her, because there is the effort of trying, but I think it's been highly infected with modern feminism and, and social media at this point. And there's just no real, and unless she gets somebody who would genuinely sit down and speak intelligently with her, who actually can show you what he's done with his life that she can legitimately look up to, she's not going to change. All right. See, this is why I said, and I think in the last video, if anybody would have brought masculinity back to America, I would have thought it would have been Donald Trump, because he was doing everything. Now, I'm not a fan of what, I'm not into politics, so I'm not trying to bring that side up to it, but his character as a man, as far as like how you deal with motherfuckers in conversations and shit like that, his character in that scenario was pretty. I think that's about the best we're going to get as far as bringing masculinity back. So I would have thought bitches will look, because bitches voted for him. Half the bitches in America voted for him. Let's not forget that. Half of women voted for him. All right. Half of the women in America voted for him. After all the shit he did and said, all the shit women were talking about him, they still went Donald Trump. Because that's what they like, man. I would have thought bitches would have looked up to him and said, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. We can listen to that. We want men to be like that. And then just start fucking men like that. But it didn't happen. Because I think at this point, feminism, it just took over too much. And women started, and it just took over too much at this point. The snowball just got too big. And now all these bitches are mad, angry, fucked up. One article you find, they're happy that they single. The next article they find, they can't find a man. Well, it's because y'all fucked up. That's why. But no, I would genuinely like to talk to, I wouldn't mind to do a live stream video chat where we debate some shit. Because I honestly, I feel sorry for her. I really do. But let's be real. There's tons of bitches just like this around the world. Well, now I would say around the world. Well, they are around the world, but in America, there's tons of girls like this in the U.S. Just lost and confused and just pretty much relying on their pussy for validation to remind them that they still must be doing something right. And no. But anyway, I'm out of here, you guys. Have a good day. Bye.